What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of the B3 Podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Matt, GPT, and Tanner, the Comeback Kid. We got our show partners at Lean Nutrition. Check them out at leannutritionomaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Go to the store in Omaha or link in LB3.
Get a free shaker.
And 10% off. Is that still good?
Yep.
We also have Rosewood Block to make the best cutting boards and barbecue, fully customizable.
Right.
Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. And go to D&D Beef. They're local to Omaha, ship nationwide. Get some beef to put on your Rosewood Block. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there also. And we have Omaha Barbell, the real Midwest mecca of fun and games.
Oh, we went back to that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Fun and games. Yeah, that's fun.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, been a hot minute.
Yeah, we've been busy. Things have been going on. Summer's a busy time.
It is.
Been fucking just blowing loads at the range.
He calls his bedroom the range.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's been busy with Matt. I've been doing some shooting. Tanner's had graduations and whatnots.
Gardening.
Yeah.
I'm mowing my yard every like 3 days.
I'm fucking getting closer to buying a lawnmower, dude. Yeah. Those fucking guys do a terrible job.
Well,
They don't even edge around our curbing.
So, you know what's really funny? What's really funny is that you were completely fine with how they mowed up until you started looking at it. Like you got mad, right? You got upset because they started charging you more.
Yes.
And now you're like,
Well, yeah, there's
these motherfuckers aren't even doing anything.
Well, there's like a certain level. You know, I mean, it's like if I go to McDonald's and I pay $5 for a cheeseburger, I'm getting a $5 cheeseburger. But if I go to like Legacy Chop House and I pay for a $30, it better be better than McDonald's.
Yeah.
So if you're going to raise the price, and then the other part that stacks up, they started showing up at our house at like fucking 6 o'clock at night. I mean, I don't have kids, but I assume that but I'm outside because we make food outside on the smokers and shit.
Yeah.
Is no one else outside at 6? Why would you show up at someone's house to mow at 6 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
I was using the griddle one night. There's fucking grass flying everywhere.
I mean, the guy who mows my yard shows up usually about 6.
That's you after you eat.
Super inconsiderate. Real fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, because especially, and I think part of it we noticed it too is because Amber got a retaining wall built for me for all of my smokers to go up against, and we wrapped our gazebo poles. Matt and I tore the roof.
Those look really good, by the way.
Yeah, Matt and I tore the roof off the gazebo. Also learned that you can't move a bird's nest more than 6 inches, or they just don't care about it anymore. So we killed those birds on accident.
Yeah, we tried.
We did try. And then I got my flagpole up, a 20-foot flagpole in my backyard. Fuck, it's awesome. And I think that's also why we care about it more. We just put a bunch of money in the backyard, and then you're like, fucking dudes don't even.
I don't care.
Oh.
You're going to have to get a mower and an edger and a blower.
I was looking at the Milwaukee ones. You can hang that on the wall. That's pretty handy. Because all the weight's in the battery, so you can just hang the mower on the wall.
Oh.
So that's kind of handy. And then it's one system, and then you can put the edger or the trimmer in it.
You're going to go electric mower?
I was thinking about it. Because there's less issues.
Was that a judgment?
Yeah.
I had a gas, and here's why. I had a gas
I didn't
mower
have to see
before.
your face. I could hear your face.
I had a gas mower before, and I had it for 4 years, and I never changed oil or did anything with that thing.
And it worked just fine, didn't it?
Oh, no, it did, yeah.
Yeah, because you probably bought a Honda or had a Honda engine in it.
No, I bought a yard machine from Home Depot or something.
Yeah. If you get a Honda engine in your mower, you can pretty much abuse the shit out of that.
I was looking at a rider, but
Oh my God. You want extra judgment? Your yard's not that fucking big. Walk, dog.
you don't know what size of my yard.
Yeah, I've been to your house.
He measured it when you were inside.
I have eyes. It's not that big.
When were you at
Heard
my
that
house?
too many times.
Well, we had to meet up when we drove to Kansas.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say, when have you been to my house? Oh, that's right. Remember we scared Tanner when we passed that car? And he thought we were going to fucking die?
Well, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt and I was in the middle.
That sounds like a you problem.
Well, it was. I put my fucking seatbelt on and I sat the fuck back.
Matt and I had bird's eye view. We were fine.
Yeah.
But no, I have not settled on a mower. I haven't decided yet.
Chat says go with the Ego.
You know, the Ego is cool, but I don't know if the battery will mow. And then another battery is like $500.
Oh yeah, they're stupid. I don't know. Go out to Ties, grab yourself a Honda mower,
Are you
or
working for Honda? What the fuck?
or if you would like, a friend of mine who had a lawn business has a freaking Hustler zero turn. He's selling for $3,000.
Yeah, it's 3 Gs. But in the
I got a
electric ones,
Kubota I'll cut you a deal on.
you need that for your farm.
I know, but I want a bigger one.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm up in the air because like mowing season's like for what I would owe for the next like few months of mowing. Do I buy a mower now? Do I just wait till next year and buy a mower? I don't know. It's a real debate I've been having.
I mean, you probably got another,
Like
a few $100s.
Yeah, I figure I probably have another like $700 in mowing.
Yeah,
So
you can definitely buy a mower for that.
yeah, well, not an electric mower. Well, you can buy the Ego. Ask it, are you on there? Ask how long the Ego
Yeah.
battery lasts.
Probably like 90% of them.
My client Brandon was looking at there's a robo mower because he used to have a mowing company.
Yeah.
But most of the robo mowers just like mow, like they just meander wherever. The one he was looked at, it runs on tracks, like treads, and it mows perfectly straight lines. And you can get a snowplow for the front of it, and it'll do your driveway. Now I don't know.
It's not doing our driveway. I mean, it's not doing it like.
Well, I don't know the snow depth on it, like what kind of push it's got. But it also the robo mowers they're hard to tell because I don't know if it'll make the hill in my backyard.
Yeah.
And then like I didn't pay attention in geometry because I wasn't going to be a roofer or shit like that. And it's like, oh, it'll do a 70% grade. Do you know what that is?
Well, you can go get a protractor and figure it out real quick.
No, I know, but they don't give you the angle. They say it does a 70% grade.
70% steep as fuck.
It's not actually because it's so many feet per 100 feet it moves up. But 70% is only like a 35-degree angle.
Yeah, it's pretty steep.
Pretty steep. I wouldn't.
Are you? I mean, you're not at a 45 in your backyard.
Well, no, but I would just think 70%. Like if 100% is a 90-degree, do you know what I mean? I just feel like 70% would be like just more. You know what I mean? Like more of an angle.
Is that how they're correlated?
I don't have slightest.
Obviously not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if I'm thinking 70%, I'm just thinking high end of it. Like I'm driving up a fucking wall.
No.
Like if it was like, oh, it's like a 50% grade is 35 degrees, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense.
Well, when you're in like Colorado, it's like 4% grade, and you feel like you might die.
Yeah. What do you find out over there, Matt?
So Ego with even the small battery will easily do like a 1/4 acre lot. Your 5 amp hour runs for 35 to 45 minutes, and you get about an extra 10 minutes for every amp hour you add.
So I should have a bigger battery then?
It says you should be able to do your lot no problem. If you
30,
have like a
30
typical acre
35 to
lot.
40 minutes, you might be moving.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I can mow my lawn in
Really?
35 or 40 minutes.
Yeah, you can.
It's only a 21-inch deck. They make a
It'll be
30-inch deck, though.
So there's that. But then I was looking at the Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, so your mower's $800.
I found a pack with the battery. They had a sale. It was like $1,000 with the batteries.
Yeah, does that come with the 12 amp hour battery?
Yeah, the big one, the honker.
So you got that, and then you can get the quick lock string trimmer kit for $400, and then you can add like an edger and a blower and all that shit to it.
So I got,
But that Milwaukee will mow like for like a long time, doesn't it? The two batteries.
I can't even.
We're really helping people on their fucking mowing services right now.
Yeah, you can just go get a gas powered mower.
A Honda, clearly.
You want a Honda engine in it.
I just assume they all probably had Honda engines in them.
No, they don't.
Does Toro use?
Well, what happened to the
Honda?
old Briggs and Stratton? Nobody likes Briggs and Stratton anymore?
All right.
I mean, you can abuse a Honda engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never checked oil in mine or anything, and I knew oil came out of it a couple times when I tipped the mower over.
Yeah.
So I didn't check it. Okay, if you pay like $200 for a mower, do you just buy a different one or do you change oil in it? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
You just buy it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, why would I check? It's
Just
like
run
when
it into the ground.
It's like when you buy like some Nebraska Furniture Mart for like $200. Like, do you want the protection plan? No.
How much is the protection pan? $100.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I don't care if it's $30. No.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Big decisions.
Yeah.
Big decisions.
Yeah. But yeah, Matt and I did our first level 2, like USPSA shoot, and that was way more intense than our first shoot we ever did.
You guys did not get DQ'd though.
It's true.
We did not. Matt said I was close, but we did not. I did 0 a stage, so a couple penalties, a couple misses, but yeah, and we didn't get last.
That's true. Thanks to Carla.
Yes. Yeah, she was very nice though.
She was awesome. She
She always somehow had my magazine. Like we've had to do like
was
a
like-
reload. Always had it somehow.
She
Pick it
was-
up.
What? She had to be in her 70s.
Yeah, she was just walking that bitch, just
Walking, fucking shooting a full-size handgun.
no pattern to what she was doing, like no strategy, just shooting.
Just having a great time, though.
Yeah.
I hope I can do that at 70-something.
Yeah, entered in a class that her gun is not qualified for. She should have been in the open division. She was shooting like limited optics, I think.
Fuck it.
Yeah, but she was out there fucking living the dream. But it was fun. It was like it was like 8 to 4,
Yeah.
11 stages. Yeah, we did not get in the top half either, though.
No. Barely edged out by Lane.
Yeah, and the dude that won it, Lane did not win overall.
He won the other one though, right?
Yeah, he won carry optics.
Optics.
Matt was also in carry optics, so you know that Matt
Yeah.
did not win carry optics.
No, because Lane was there
Yeah.
You were second.
to last.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a large jump from Black Classifier we did. Mm-hmm. Like one of the stages is like 32 shots.
Well, you were saying that they ran it on 2 days.
Oh, the good people. Well, a few good people are on our day, but most of the good people, like your super squads, went on the second day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because after the first day, Matt and I were like, hey, look at us. We're like 50, 52, whatever we were. And then the next day when all the rest of the scores came in. Wah.
You didn't move up.
No.
We did not move up. We did. I mean, maybe ahead of a few people, but I doubt it.
Yeah, for the people ahead of the people that got DQ'd.
Yes. Yeah. But no, they did a good job with it for being the first one. They provide lunch for you. Well, I guess provide. I mean, you pay to do it, but they provide lunch, which I thought was pretty good. And the day we did it, it wasn't like scorching hot like the second day was.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of people, or several people, that were on the second day.
Ugh.
Yeah, we saw. Well, so we went down the night before to like walk the stages, and was that the night we saw someone had one of his shirts on, or was that the day we were leaving? The day we shot, somebody had an elite nutrition shirt on though.
Yeah.
But and that was a girl. And I don't know if she was shooting or she was just with her husband walking. Maybe they both were. I don't know.
Is she kind of tall?
Taller blonde girl, right?
I don't remember.
Might have been Liz.
But yeah, she had a. Does her husband shoot or she shoot?
Liz shoots with Jar. Justin Riley on his team.
Oh, is he the dude that works for SWAT or something? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe then. I don't know. I've met some cool people down there. Like,
Yeah, Justin's a yabber.
oh, yeah, we were kind of just finishing up, and he didn't really know us, so.
Yeah, Justin's a great guy.
But no, I met some cool people. You meet a lot of cool law enforcement people down there that shoot, and actually met it's not really Aaron's boss, right? She just works with. Is that
Yeah.
it is her boss?
Ish.
This is
Yeah.
a surgeon. Is he a knee? Does joint
Knees and hips.
Knees and hips. Urban, that's the first time I had actually met him. Super fun guy to shoot with.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Shoots production, iron sights.
Yeah, shoots a Glock iron
A.
sights.
Yeah. He's an A class.
So,
I think he said he's going to South Dakota this weekend for another shoot.
yeah. But yeah, you just meet a lot of cool people down there.
The fuck?
So, but all different kinds. All different kinds.
True.
There are a lot of different types of gun people.
Yeah. Now, these aren't like the scummiest ends of gun people because it's an expensive hobby.
Yeah,
It's worse than golf.
probably.
Yeah.
Because every time you go, like if you have a membership at a golf course that you don't have to pay extra, I mean, you just go and golf, right? If you're good, you don't have to like lose any balls. You know what I mean? Like, I have a membership there, which isn't bad at the gun club, but then every time you go, if you shoot like 200 to 300 rounds, that's just like money right there. So, and not terrible, but it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Lane will go through like 25,000 rounds in a year
And that's a few dollars.
at 19 cents a round.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rounds.
Yeah, it's like $5,000.
Yeah. But yeah. So it's been a learning experience. It's been fun.
Yeah. It's been super fun.
We've been actually like moving more, doing it, so it's like somewhat athletic.
Oh, well, let's not stretch it.
Except for Brandon. I
Brandon,
hope he posts that.
Brandon went with us yesterday. Brandon Jacob went with us. Train's here. First, we set up the stage. First time he goes to like move, and like his hamstring tightens up, and he just has this like
Almost like a prance skip. It was the worst movement ever.
Was it videoed?
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey, can you video this for me? And I was like, that was so gay, dude.
As soon as I took off, man, I felt my hamstrings start to cramp.
So the rest of the time, he pranced most of the time.
It was prancing.
It was an aggressive walk, if anything. But he's a pretty good shot, though, for iron sights.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking at?
Chat and Claude are not responding.
Why?
I don't
What are
know.
you asking him? About Tanner's vehicle?
No, I did ask Chat how to make weed gummies, and it was like, "Oh, I can help you make gummies, but I can't help you make essentially intoxicating substances." And I was like, "Okay,
Lame.
let's assume that I already have the weed butter. What would be your recipe?" "Oh, I can't tell you that." I'm like, "Okay, let's say I have regular butter, and I want to make butter infused gummies." "Well, butter's typically not used." I'm like, "Well, let's just say I wanted to. How would I do that?" It's like, "Oh, you do this." And I'm like, "Okay, so if my butter had weed in it, it'd be the same thing." "Well, I can't tell you how to do that." And I was like, "All right, cool."
They're so stupid. You should be able to ask whatever you want.
Where
Yeah.
are your guys' thoughts? Maybe you don't know, or maybe you haven't seen it. Just thoughts on the government get involved in the WNBA for unsafe work environment for Caitlin Clark.
What?
I do understand one of their justifications. They're like, if this was like, because, they have like a players union. They're like, if this was like at a Ford plant and someone's being treated like that, they'd be like in major trouble.
So
But I don't know.
part of it is I think it's over. Once again, it's all theater.
Yes.
Okay, it is all theater. Most of these people have never watched a WNBA game. Well, like the rest of the world, no one watches.
There's like, if you haven't seen,
Some do.
there's a great Family Guy clip about the WNBA. You just got to go watch it.
I just think it's theater. It's all theater. And now, I think the WNBA is dumb for not protecting and not capitalizing on their star.
Right.
Right. You could ride that star the same way the NBA always has taken their star and they ride them. Right. Jordan, LeBron, Magic, Bird, it doesn't matter. If you want to raise the level of your league, you gotta take care of your stars. And they're not. And that is also political. Right. They're not taking care of Caitlin because of politics. It's just, overall pathetic. Not that anyone really cares.
No, they do nothing but hurt their league. The one that helps their league and gets the most memes is that Sophie Cunningham. Her pointing meme
She's
is fucking
hilarious.
She just does not give a fuck.
But part of it is social media, right? So you get Sophie Cunningham, you'll see like she used to get beat up, and you'll see her just get knocked out, and now she's an enforcer. And I'm like, is she though? And then they'll show clips.
She did grab that one chick by the head and fucking toss her.
Oh, 100%. Like, and they show clips that does it, but I'm like, you know what? I don't watch to tell you if this is real or if this is just like
A once in a however. Yeah.
yeah. Like I have no idea.
Well, and I'm not trying to like offend any baseball lovers, but I can't watch baseball, but I'll watch highlights, and that's how I see the WNBA is on the highlights here. Like if somebody gets tossed or choked, I see the highlight. I'm not watching the whole game.
Right. Or if like Caitlin goes on a heater and they're like, she made 12 3-pointers last night, and they go through and they show all of her shots, like I'm going to watch it. She's fun to watch. She has the only women's basketball game I have ever watched involves Caitlin Clark, and I just want to like.
Was that the Iowa UConn game?
Yeah. And then I've watched like part of a WNBA game. I didn't watch all of it, but I did watch about 10, 15 minutes.
I haven't heard much about Angel Reese. She kind of ran her course now, and just nobody pays attention.
She's just terrible.
What's he call her? He talks about where she gets her B bounds.
Me bounds.
Me bounds. She leads the league in rebounds because they're her own.
Yeah. Someone, I think it was Kevin Durant, was like
Kevin Durant just like roasts her all the time.
Like,
Just trolls her.
like if you put her in a room by herself with a basketball hoop, she'll score like 4 points and have 1,000 rebounds.
But yeah, I saw that like they were like trying to get like the Department of Justice involved in it, and I was like,
No.
I've been annoyed with all the theater. Like nothing is actually like
It's all performative.
it is. Like nothing of substance gets done. Nothing.
well, it kind of goes back to like we talked about this before. Like, how many more laws do we really need? It's just kind of the point. Like, they're all there just to hang out because how many more laws do we really need? You know what I mean? For the most part, like they're just to hang out and make a bunch of noise, and nobody ever does anything. Nothing changes. When's the last time something like drastically changed? I mean, I guess you could say the abortion thing getting overturned.
The way that wasn't political.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not supposed to be political.
Yeah, but as far as like, when's the last time something was put into law that actually benefited the like citizens of the United States?
I don't know. I mean, the big beautiful bill helped keep taxes down.
But that's not like a law.
No, they can't pass anything to do with voting. They can't. I mean, okay.
And that will never change. Like the Bill of Rights will never be changed because you'll never get states to an amendment will never get changed.
Not anymore.
Yeah, we don't to get 3/4 of the states to pass something.
2/3.
Or sorry, 2/3. Yeah, either way.
2/3 is possible, but you would have to do a convention of states.
Right, because that's outside of the 2/3 is if the states decide to do something.
Yeah.
Even though Congress is saying like not doing anything.
Yeah, right. And you can do a convention of states.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
I mean, that'd be the only way you're going to get term limits. If you had a convention of states to come through and put in term limits at the federal level, because they're not going to vote for that. I think from the back to your question, but I think I don't know much about it, but my initial gut reaction is no. Like, I don't understand. Same thing when like there were steroids in baseball, and there were all these congressional hearings.
Yeah,
I don't understand why the government gets involved at that level. Like,
The only thing I think the government should get involved with is sports currently, because it's
the betting.
no, that's already. I don't really care about that as long as you're not betting on your own team or in the own.
Well, that's the problem. And how dumb are these people? Have your friend bet. Like,
just you're making enough money. You could just not.
well, I know, but if you're going to, but if you're going to, like, have your friend do it.
Like if you're getting paid to be in the NBA, just don't bet on the NBA. If you're getting paid
Well,
to
or
be
especially
college football,
like your games.
yeah.
Like, do like Shohei Ohtani to just have your translator bet on and act like you had no idea what he was talking about.
But the only thing that I would say that they should get involved in is college sports, like in NIL.
Well, and that's because you're not battling the players, you're battling the NCAA, which fucked that whole thing up.
Right.
What would be what would be the context? Like, what should they be doing or monitoring at that level?
I would say trying to put in some kind of framework that protects the schools, the sport, and the players.
From
Okay, so Patrick Mahomes
yes,
gets paid by State Farm,
yes,
right? That is what name, image, likeness is. You're getting paid to promote something else.
So then they can use.
Yeah. Okay. So State Farm does not go to Kansas City and say, "Hey, I will pay. You can only pay Mahomes so much because of a salary cap, and we'll cover another $20 million a year to get him here." Right?
Yes.
They don't care.
So you're saying like State Farm can't pay, like they're not paying.
They're going to pay him, but they're going to pay him for
Regardless of where he's at, yeah.
Well, they're going to pay him for his name, image, likeness,
Yeah.
so they can promote State Farm, because we all know all the State Farm commercials that Patrick Mahomes is in, right? It's advertising. The problem with NIL in college is that these players aren't even getting paid for their name, image, likeness. It's just some local millionaire, billionaire,
Wants them to come to the school.
wants them to come to the school, throws all this NIL money at them, and now you're paying for play. So they have a limit. The school has a limit for rev share, like how much that they can spend.
Well, and then weren't some of the kids like not getting paid?
Well, because it's a wild, wild west.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But some of them weren't getting paid. They were promised this money, but not getting paid.
Some of them were, and some kids were leaving and not giving their money back.
Yeah,
and they were
it needs to be
transferring.
it needs to be contracts.
Right. It needs to be a contract, but my point is it needs to actually be for something.
Right.
Oh, like making them actually provide a service,
They
like whether you
have
do a
to do
commercial
something,
or
and it has to be something reasonable. And I don't know like what that looks like 100%, but I think that have a salary cap for the schools so the schools can be on some kind of playing field that's not just, Michigan or Oregon. Oregon, Phil Knight's is going to buy players. If you look at the Ohio State and Oregon each have 3 of the top 10 recruits for 2027. So 6 of the top 10 are going to 2 schools. Now, Ohio State, they're getting paid. And it's not, it's not just, there are 2 really good programs as well, which is why the money's there.
I think
but
they
it's
should
just
do
going to separate.
I think they should do a high school draft. I think just do it like the NFL. Do a draft. Worst teams get the pick.
Well, obviously you can't do that because it is supposed to be about education.
That's gone. We already know that's gone.
Well, here's the problem is it is gone for 1% of the players. Mm-hmm. It's not gone for the other 99%.
Well, then the rest can be to say that, hey, you can enter the draft or you can just fucking hope for the best.
Yeah.
Well, then they'll all just hope for the best. And they'll get paid.
Yeah, but I figure your draft ones will get paid the most. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but there would have to be a ton of people who go and get scholarship who are never going to get NIL money. And so they're going to go to a school, they're going to play. Maybe they think they might be able to make it, but they're probably going there to play and getting education.
Well, all this goes back basically the NCAA fucked this whole thing up.
Yeah, but I think we know it's fucked up. I guess pushing
what's
on Tanner's
the-
point
what-
is what's
what's the way to fix it?
the fix, right? And so that's why I think with NIL, if I try and understand this, so NIL, so all schools are capped at the amount of scholarship that they can give, the number of scholarships.
Is it
right?
55?
80.
80.
So they're capped at the number of scholarships they can give.
Okay. So the school is capped at scholarships, which has now gone away. There is really not a cap.
So they can give unlimited scholarships.
For any sport.
For any
so for baseball, Nebraska will have the full 32 scholarships within the next 2 years. Why they have 11 and a half now.
Okay.
Baseball's always weird. No one got a full scholarship. It's
Yeah.
always 11 and a half, and you got you got a 25% and you got 60% and whatever. But the schools each have rev share, and the rev share I think goes to
Revenue
20.
share, I assume.
Yeah,
Okay.
22 to 26 million for each athletic department.
So
Now, where
regardless-
does that money come from?
It comes from the schools as part of the revenue that they're
From the TV deals or
TV
where
deals, tickets, merchandise sales.
See, now that's
beers.
where I think could be your contractual part. That's what you're paying the kids, and then if they want to go out and get deals from other shit, just like the NFL. If you get deals outside of the NFL, that's your own thing.
100%. But that's that's how it's working, and I'm air quoting that the school can only spend this much money.
Right. So but back to the revenue share. So going forward, everyone gets however many scholarships that they want, and now they have some form of revenue share. You said
Yes.
22 to 25 million,
22, 26.
something like that. Now is that based on all the athletic departments pool their money together and then they can put that 22 to 26 across all the sports?
Yes.
Okay.
Now only certain sports are. So baseball, I don't think gets a lot of extra money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what Dannon, our AD, has done is I think he's using part of that revenue share to give scholarships to all sports.
Okay.
Right? To try and fully fund and fully vest each department, each sport to have a scholarship. So you have 80 scholarships through, but then the rev share will just pay for the scholarships.
Yeah.
So there really isn't a scholarship limit. But there's a limit on how much the athletic department can spend.
So they have to use the revenue sharing for the scholarships?
Nope. They can use it. They can pay different players and everything.
Okay,
else.
so if you take out the revenue sharing, how many scholarships are they still allowed?
80
Just, okay.
for football.
Okay. So that part's still the same, but then you can basically go unlimited because you can pay them with revenue sharing.
Right. And I'm sure there's something in there, but
Okay. But that's where I think you just take all the revenue share / scholarships, whatever, and that's their base pays. And then if companies want to offer them other money to,
well, that's what's happening. But the problem is that companies don't have to. So you have companies, right?
Sure.
That are coming in and just paying for play. So Trey Taylor or name a guy, right?
Timmy Touchdown.
Huh?
We'll use Timmy Touchdown.
Timmy Touchdown. Timmy
My
Touchdown is going to get paid $500,000 by the school and a scholarship. Okay. But then Bob, who's alumni from there, decides we really want him. So we're going to give Timmy $4 million for NIL. Okay. But no name, image, likeness happens. There's no commercial. There's no, event. There's no promotion. And it's not, even if there is, it's not $4 million worth.
it's like the old movie Blue Chips,
Yes.
Friends of the Program. But like, I know that it probably does entice them, like as far as going to schools, like getting paid. Like I think like with Caitlin Clark, like when going back to her, remember Ice Cube tried to get her to play in that Big Three.
Yeah.
But she could get a ton of advertising opportunities in Indiana because it was so close to like the same market as Iowa City.
Yeah.
So she could carry over a lot of her same
100%.
marketing deals.
Yeah.
And there are athletes out there that are worth, but let's just be very clear. There are very, very few college athletes that have a national presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all local presence for the
It's
most
all
part.
local.
So back to the NIL, your gripe against the NIL is they are essentially putting it in the same bucket as like endorsement money, like
Yes.
you'd get from Nike, whatever, but there is no obligation to perform endorsement.
They're trying to do something with like a portal.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they have there's a company out there that's supposed to evaluate all the NIL deals and make sure that they're legit. But
Here's my outside solution to it. I think that you do contracts based on the profit sharing. I think they should have to stay for at least 2 years, right? And then make it so you can't accept NIL money from Bob until your second year. And or third, however you want to do it. You know what I mean? So then it determines if you're going to establish a presence in the area, if you're going to be good.
But then you're going to have a transfer portal.
Well, that's where here's the thing is we've talked about the transfer portal before, how shitty it is. If you're going to start doing this, you want to start getting paid like pro players. Pro players have contracts, dude, and you can't just skip.
But
hey, I've decided I'll go to Nebraska. You made the commitment. Nebraska's going to pay me whatever, $500,000 out of the profit sharing for me to go there for a minute. Is that a year or the whole career? The 500,000.
Probably a year.
Okay, and it's a 2-year deal. So I have to stay there for at least 2 years. I can't leave, just like it would be if I went to the NFL. And then after my first year as non-redshirt, actually playing.
Well, there's
Then
no red shirts anymore. It's 5 for 5.
Okay, so then, but after my first year, then I'm eligible to sign NIL deals with Tanner at Elite Nutrition.
The problem is that college football rosters are 105 man roster. The NFL's 55.
Sure.
Okay.
55 for the traveling.
The NFL's already proven. The college is not.
Yeah, but you can follow the NFL model.
NFL's already proven.
Yeah.
College is not. So
What do you mean by that?
what is it?
Which they're kind of not proven because guys sitting out and saying we're not going to play, I want to get traded. That's kind of fucking.
They're proven at their job.
Okay. So
As far as the players themselves.
Yes.
yeah, the players
They're already proven to be the
that they can
elite
perform
of their
at the high
job.
level. And,
So you're talking about the number of people who go from high school to college that don't pan out.
Right. So
But a lot of people go from college to the NFL and don't pan out. Matt Leinart did not pan out.
right, but your risk always becomes less. It's kind of like in another career, like let's just say a doctor. Like you have a first year like resident, or you have a 10-year surgical expert. Like, who do you pay more? Who's more guaranteed? That doesn't mean the surgical expert doesn't flame out because he gets like addicted to cocaine.
Yeah, so I think you're
Okay.
still taking a risk on the kid.
There's always a risk.
Even from
but-
high school to college, the kid that's your star.
But that risk from high school to college is much higher. And there's much more people. There's much more.
So you're saying that like they shouldn't get $500,000 coming out of high school?
Well, so that's the contract. You know who scholarships are 1-year scholarships. Most schools have 1-year scholarships because they don't want to bank and have to pay someone who flames out because they know, yes, there are 5 stars that have a higher chance of being stars. There are 3 stars that have a higher chance of flaming out, but you don't know which is which until you play for a few years.
Yeah, and you and I have talked about that. Like the school can't screw them. It's got to be a mutual.
Right, but like most of the schools, I don't think want. Like I think they're hesitant on multi-year contracts. And if you come in and let's just say I'm a star freshman and the first year I play a little bit, second year I play a lot, right? And now I have a 2-year contract. Okay, well, I'm just going to get bid by someone else at another school. So, I mean, there's a lot involved.
Yeah, but then that school should, like, if they're in Nebraska should have to bid to keep you.
100%. And if everyone was playing with 26.2 million or whatever the thing is, then we're in a fair or a somewhat fair bucket. But we're not because Indiana has Mark Cuban, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then I think you have to have like they have to be there for a year or whatever you want to set that before they can accept NIL money.
But then all these 2-year, all these people who played 2 years and have 3 years of eligibility left, and now they can go get whatever contract they want. Now you have a bidding war for every transfer portal player. And the problem is, it's real. The judges have said you cannot limit. You cannot limit movement. If coaches can move and coaches can get fired willy-nilly, then players can do it.
Well, yeah, without a contract.
Almost every coach that goes somewhere had a contract.
No, I know, but I'm talking about players.
Right. I'm just saying, but no judges. The judges are clear, and everything from circuit
So they're
court.
saying you can't put them under contract?
They're saying you can't limit movement, so you can put them under contract. But once again, I think the contract portion is being fought as much on both sides. I don't think anyone. I think people are fighting contracts.
Well, if that direction keeps going, college football is going to ruin itself.
Oh, I mean, kind of already is.
Yeah. Because then what's going to stop the NFL Players Union from going to these same judges and being like, well, we should be able to leave whenever we want to?
Now, you're not going to have it in the NFL because the NFL collectively bargains.
Well, I know, but they're trying to turn college into like a D-League NFL. So you got to carry over some kind of law enforcement into it. Or rule enforcement.
NFL Players Union, right? NFL collective bargaining. All of them collectively bargain together to accept terms, right? You can't do that with it. I know what you're saying because on the outside it kind of looks like it's NFL light, but you're dealing with fucking apples and
Hasn't one of the big differentiations always been on paper? NFL are professional athletes.
Yes.
College players, even though they are getting paid NIL money and all this stuff, they are still collegiate amateur athletes.
well, they're professional now.
Yeah, as soon as you get paid, you're a professional.
But are they like, so they're documented? So like they couldn't go do, right? Because is it like there's amateur, what's the Olympics, you can be a professional. But aren't there like, there's certain competitions where you have to be an amateur, like you can't be a professional to go do that.
I mean, I'm
they
sure
qualify for that.
I'm sure there's something in there, but the problem is that it's for Olympic sports, and Olympic sports aren't going to pay the bills.
Right, but I'm
sure.
just saying from like a categorization standpoint.
But I think as soon as you start getting paid for it, you're considered a professional. Because that's like if you're going to, one of these college guys is going to buy a house, they're going to say, well, what do you do for work?
Yeah.
I play football in Nebraska, and I get paid this amount of money.
So, but you're dealing with like apples and like filet mignon. I mean, they're not even the same. They're not even the same food group anymore, because you have 105 times 119 or 125 or whatever. 105 man roster for football times 119, 122, whatever D1 schools.
And so what they need to do is go back to, okay, well, the group that came to court to challenge that you guys should all get paid NIL money, which I 100% agree with they should, you guys, that's your players union. You know what I mean? Like these teams are your players union. because who all went forward? Originally, way back, it was what's that, Keller, or that dude from Nebraska?
Yeah, Sam Keller.
Yeah. And then now is how many teams that went with the lawsuit, because it was like Northwestern and who else was the big people pushing the lawsuit. Be like, you obviously unionized to do this.
Well, they're not. The thing is, they're not a union, and they're not collectively bargained, so they can't. You're gonna have problems getting any kind of collectively bargaining or union. Like, it's not gonna work.
Well, that's dumb on both ends.
But the issue is that we are talking about 1% of the players.
Yes.
What percentage of college football players goes to NFL?
Well, but that's also saying, like, what percentage of NFL players actually make millions of dollars? It's not very many.
Oh, it is now.
League minimum is like $750.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Or practice squad. You're an NFL player. You're on the practice squad, and you make, was it $400 on the practice squad?
Okay.
But the people, Patrick Mahomes is like a 1%er in the NFL that make that kind of money.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably say I would probably say 25% of the NFL makes.
Yeah, but not every NFL player is just making tens of millions of dollars.
But we're only talking about less than 1%. I mean, there are 7 rounds of the NFL draft. There are 32 teams, so there are roughly 234 picks. And I know there's some
undrafted. So it's probably 300 people probably get picked up every year.
300, right? And then there are 105-man roster and 120-ish like D1 teams.
Well,
so that's not including FCS teams.
Well, and then, but listen, I think there has to be compromise on both sides. Then fine, you drop the rosters down. Do you know what I mean?
But they all have 5 years, and you're recruiting, right? So each one of your classes is roughly 21 people.
I just mean there has to be compromise on both sides, or it's just going to fall apart.
There does, and there needs to be people obviously smarter than us trying to figure this out.
Yeah, and for a judge to be like, you can't put limits on that. Like for judges, that's like kind of a dumb thing to say.
You can't put limits on
movement. That's kind of a dumb thing to say because that's how every sport works. Is someone's under contract, so they can't leave.
Actually, here's what my solution would be: is that, but I think the only way to solve it is for the Big Ten, and for the SEC, and for the Power 4 leagues, ACC and Big 12,
to leave
separately,
to separate from the NCAA, to
say that you are going to sign a contract with the league with the league, right? The Big Ten, the SEC. If you want to play in this league, then as a player, you're going to sign a contract that states you will do this, right? So I think it has to come from the league. The problem is if the Big Ten, those 4 have to do it together, and I'm not sure they're going to. But they would have to get a player that says you're going to do this if you want to play in our league. Okay, any school within the league, and lay out some stipulations. And all four of the leagues would have to do so, and those stipulations could include agreements between all of them that we're only going to use this X amount of money, or we're only going to do this, or we're only going to do this. So essentially breaking off and being their own thing.
Yeah. What do you got over there, Matt?
Claude estimates 80% of NFL players make $1 million or more a year.
Okay.
Just on that one. And then I asked chat what it thinks are the top 3 problems with NCAA football from the viewpoint of NIL.
ChatGPT is terrible at sports.
Money. It is.
It's the worst thing at sports.
It is. That's why I wanted to test it first. And it's all right. It didn't get very specific, but it says, I asked for the top 3 bullet points. No consistent rules or enforcement for NIL revenue sharing. Roster instability and free agency every season. And the growing financial gap between programs.
So, if those 4 big conferences came together and said, if you sign up in this league, you are agreeing that there will only be 1 transfer. You will only transfer once to any of these 4 leagues. And once you do that, you have to go to a different. You have to go to the lower end, right? You also agree that any NIL deals are going to be for actual work done. maybe that you can't get an NIL deal until you're a junior.
That's what I say. Yeah, maybe you can't. You have to be proven in the area.
Yeah.
Which at this point, you think people would start learning, like, I'm not going to give this fucking kid all this money because then he just skated on the program. And then also some of those guys aren't paying the kids. I get that too.
But like Trey Taylor's been getting, right now, you can pay high school kids if they're committed to you.
I have heard that, yes.
So Trey Taylor's been making money. Now, he says he's not making as much money as he could.
Where's he go to school at?
Millard.
Oh, is he one of the kids that came up here?
He is the kid that came up here.
Where was he at before?
Chicago. He just won. He won the Elite 11 and then the opening, like as the top quarterback in the country for 27. But if you look at our recruiting class, we have like a top 15-ish recruiting class. He's recruiting. He's going to these things. He's at every single.
So why is he so committed to Nebraska with all the other big schools out there?
Just a relationship. Just a relationship that he has with the school. Because once again, so you and I were talking last year before, right? It's all about money. Okay. Well, it is to a point, but now that everyone has money, now it's back to relationships.
Yeah.
It's like, now that everyone has money and everyone has, donors and revenue share and everything else, now it's back. Now it has to be relationships again, because I can get $1 million from you. I can get $1 million from you. Who do I like more? Doesn't fucking matter. I still get $1 million. Or I get $750 from you and $1 million from him. I'm only gonna he's a dick. I don't want to play there. So now that everyone has money, relationships matter.
Speaking of that, what do you think is going to happen to the old traitorous Dylan Raiola, Mr. I'm all about Nebraska, and now I'm at Oregon?
Real quick, I asked Claude about Trey Taylor and why he chose Nebraska. And it pretty much says what you were saying. It's his relationship with the coaching staff. Big fan of Rule, big fan of Glenn Thomas. Loves the scheme, thinks it's a pro-style scheme. Looks at Nebraska as a mission to try to help build the program. And then some other gobbledygook. And
he got paid. But a lot of people were trying to pay him. Ohio State's still trying to get him.
Right, I'm sure everyone's going to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But once you're at a level of, okay, all these schools are going to give me between $750 and $1.5. Okay, but you really like to go somewhere and this isn't your end goal anyways. I mean, not every kid is just going to take the most money.
Yeah.
Just like, it's just with anything. People take jobs. We might be talking, $50,000, $60,000 a year job, right? One company's going to pay you $55,000. You really like the environment. Another company's going to pay you $65,000, and you think it's a fucking shit show. Which one are you going to go with? Some people will go with the one that pays more. Some people will go with the one that they feels better. But you're all in the same. You're in the same range now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Something needs to be figured out eventually, though.
But that would be the only thing I think Congress should get involved in. And I don't even know if it should be all of it should just be committee or something. A lot of people in Congress are either. A lot of people in Congress were lawyers, successful business people. There was something before they were.
Well, whether Congress or the Supreme Court rules on the right of, like the justification of it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the government's getting involved in I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you talking about Caitlin Clark?
Because it's
the WNBA
theater.
will implode itself anyway.
It's theater, and that's what I hate. That's my biggest gripe with just society right now is that it's all theater. Someone was talking about, okay, just in what we do, right? Whether it's supplements, whether it's health, whether it's fitness, whether it's lifting. How many of the biggest people out there are just giving you just good information without theater? All the people who get the most clicks are theater. Mm-hmm. That's why you should never deadlift. You shouldn't deadlift at all. Really? But if you're not excessive or extra or hyperbolic in some way, shape, or form, Like, no one listens. And it's the same thing with politics. It's the same thing with Instagram. It's the same thing with Facebook. It's just the same thing in general. Like, having someone with just solid information. Rand Paul. So in 2016, I actually went to Iowa. I went to Council Bluffs. I caucused on behalf of Rand Paul. I was over in Iowa calling people.
He definitely took a cock for Rand Paul.
Most people probably don't know what a caucus is.
Caucus?
Jinx.
Um,
Oh man.
But he was like too. He was like too common sense for people. He's like too vanilla. He wasn't Trump. He wasn't out there fucking yelling and you know what I mean. Like that's what people are drawn to. This is also why we're not a democracy and we're a representative republic, because you can't let the fucking mob just do what the fucking mob does.
Yeah, it's yeah. There's a lot of stupid people out there that put a lot of information out there that's bad.
But people click on it. So, who's the stupid one? The person making the information or the person clicking?
Well, it depends, because I click on it because I want to see if it's going to be funny or not, if it's going to make me laugh.
Right, but if you're out looking for information and it is based on the gravitas of a person and not the information that they have, who's the dumb one? The person who's getting you to click and making money on you being an idiot, or the idiot clicking?
Well, and I'm also going to tell 99% of the people out there, you're not an influencer, and stop thinking you are, and you're not going to be one either. It's just not going to happen.
Well, it's like that.
If you have 100 followers, and I get, hey, every dream starts somewhere, but you're probably not going to be an influencer.
No.
The chances are so fucking small. Like, invest that time into something else.
But it's also the kid who is 12 years old is going to be an NFL player, or the 10-year-old who's going to be a doctor, right? Everyone sees the big thing and they all think that that's...
I bet at this point you have a better chance of making it to the NFL than you do being an influencer.
Well, it's by level of influence.
I guess it would depend on how big you want it to be.
Well, I mean, like, that you make a good living off of. You got a better fucking chance of probably at least making it to college football than you do of being an influencer on social media without having to sell yourself.
Yeah, which is the name of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make it to probably to college football and have and maintain your morals and your value versus if you're just going to try to be an influencer, because there's a good chance you're going to sell your soul for that. And for what? And then how long does influencing last?
Ride it while you got it.
Well,
The Hawk Tua girl
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
hopped on that train, made a bunch of money.
She quit working at the mattress factory. You know? Mm-hmm. And hers wasn't even like on purpose.
yeah. Actually, the one right now, and I think I clicked. Have you seen the girl with one hand? All right, so this lady gets pulled over.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I've heard the story, yeah.
So she has a fucking website, all kinds of shit. She sells shirts.
Just giving people a hand?
Yeah. It says she has like shirts that say "Hand to God" because the officer asked her, like, "Hand to God, you weren't using your phone," and she puts up her non-hand. But she's capitalized on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's like your 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
strike while the iron's hot and
Yeah.
ride it as long as you can. And
yeah.
if you can turn it into something lasting, cool. If not.
Yeah, but again,
But I think that's where most people are trying to do that. Like, they're trying to find the thing that's going to catapult them really quick. They can make a bunch of money off of and stuff. And it happens. I don't think you can plan it. You can't.
yeah, if you're out there like trying, I think it's usually just like a perfect storm. You know what I mean?
Right, but you
Boom,
have to be
something
ready.
happens.
I mean, it sounds kind of cliche, but like, you have to be ready and you have to be in that moment to go.
But then you have, I mean, yes, you have those, right? And that's what everyone's looking for. Mm-hmm. But you also have Charlie Kirk, Liver King, like, who are just they were just constantly doing it, constantly. And I'm not even sure.
But
Charlie
wasn't trying to be an influencer.
No, he
like a
wasn't.
social media influencer. He was just going out doing his thing.
He was. I think he wanted I think he knew social media was a huge part of it, but everyone else capitalized on him because you always have people who just only post Charlie Kirk things that don't even know Charlie. Like,
And then the Liver King just like went off the rails.
yeah, but he built that over time.
Yeah.
Like he built it up. You know, there's a lot of people who have like built them from the bottom up, just constantly putting stuff out there. There's people who, the Hawk Tua girl or Hand to God lady or whatever,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Who just, but it's all about something viral. Whether it's all about a viral moment, right? And you don't get viral by having common sense and being level-headed. You know, you are viral by being over the top. And everything in society is over the top. Everything's over the top. And that's why, like, once again, is Liver King the idiot? Or is all the people who clicked on it the idiot?
I think all the people who listen are the idiots. Like, because you might want to, like, if you're trying to learn, you should click on a lot of stuff. And you should look at a lot of stuff.
Followed constantly.
But yeah, but then when you keep
Booping.
going back to
Yeah.
the boisterous out there activity.
Well, and Liver King actually said a lot of smart things. Like, there's nothing wrong with working out outside and getting plenty of vitamin D and sun and like there's nothing wrong with a lot. But he had to do it so over the fucking top for anyone to listen.
And it goes back to our very first episode, the common denominator thing. Listen to a bunch of people, and most of them are going to say something of the same.
Yeah.
And that's the part you take from it and build from that. But yeah, the government should stay out of most things.
Yes.
And you're probably not an influencer.
The government should stay out of like 99.9% of
Yes.
everything.
And the WNBA will ruin itself. That's our real message today.
Yes.
But we're going to try to be back more consistent. It's just been busy. I think it's slowing down now, though.
Maybe.
Maybe. You got stuff in the works, do you? Got irons in the fire?
No.
So, like, you think that came from blacksmithing?
What's that?
You got too many irons in the fire? You think that came from blacksmithing? Like he couldn't
Yeah.
get the work done? Well, there you go, people. Came from blacksmithing.
I would imagine.
We didn't look it up. We're just telling you that's what it is. We're making our own fucking history here. Matt's looking it up now.
I would imagine it came from blacksmith. I
100%.
don't understand where. But I wonder what is the problem that there's too many in there. And
Fuck yeah,
you
it
just
did.
don't get to them. When a smith heats metal, blah blah blah. It's a lot of words.
Summarize.
Yep, TLDR that shit.
What's TLDR?
Too long, didn't read.
Oh, you kids in your abbreviations.
So I learned it from this because it kept saying, "Here's the TLDR," and I'm like, "What the fuck is the TLDR?" And it's like too long, didn't read. Heated irons at once, can't work them all before they cool.
Oh, there you go.
Same slang for
We were right.
overcommitting to too many tasks. Dates back to at least the 1500s.
Yeah, we were right.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Well,
Neat.
we appreciate you listening. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Do good by yourself. Educate yourself. Anything else? All right. Well, ball of fire here with these guys. So. Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time.